If you've got long talks, webinars, or interviews sitting around, it's time to turn that goldmine into a stack of sharp, clickable short clips. This entire process to create content for LinkedIn, Reels, or Shorts can now be done with just one powerful AI tool called Vizard. Forget needing a huge editing team, a virtual assistant, or mastering complicated software to get this done. All you truly need is to understand the tool, dedicate a little bit of your time, and possess the desire to maximize every single piece you've already recorded. The very first step is simply getting yourself logged into the Vizard platform. You can choose between using the convenient browser version or downloading the dedicated desktop application. Both options work perfectly well. If this is your first time, be sure to sign up for an account because they almost always offer a trial period for you to test all the features risk-free. Once you successfully enter the application, you'll immediately see your main project workspace laid out before you. From there, click New Project, select Video Project as your type, and then get ready to add your source raw footage. Upload that lengthy video file. It could be 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or even much longer. The tool handles it all. Vizard immediately gets to work automatically creating a full transcript of every single word that was spoken in that recording. This crucial transcription step is the absolute foundation for every single editing action we are about to perform later on. Depending on the size of your file and the speed of your internet connection, this transcription process usually wraps up in just a couple of minutes. While the AI is busy analyzing your speech, take a moment to rename the file to something very simple and easily recognizable. This critical step prevents your entire project library from descending into complete chaos later on. Think about naming it something specific like March Webinar, Repurposing, or 25 LinkedIn Live Tips for easy retrieval. Vizard is fundamentally built around a text-first editing paradigm, which is a major workflow shift. Instead of constantly scrubbing back and forth on a traditional video timeline, you will now be scanning and editing the actual spoken words. This approach makes finding those valuable moments truly worth clipping significantly faster than before. My personal favorite workflow involves instructing the AI directly to go out and find those good clips for me automatically. In Vizard, you initiate this power using the specific feature labeled Auto-Edit Viral Clips and then carefully set your desired parameters. For instance, you can instruct it to find 7 clip options, each about 30 seconds long, and make sure each one starts with a bold hook. After you submit that request, wait just a minute, and you will receive suggested clip selections targeting the absolute most engaging parts of your video. The intelligence behind this is that the AI actually reads the transcript to spot attention-grabbing lines and then suggests precise time ranges for you. It's important to note that unlike some tools that just blindly chop your video into random chunks, Vizard actively seeks out viral-worthy hooks. This focus on the opening statement is what truly separates this process from tools that simply prioritize quantity over intrinsic quality. We should take a quick moment to mention that some other platforms, you probably know exactly who they are, will immediately spit out a massive quantity of clips, but with alarmingly low relevance. Conversely, other great tools offer fantastic manual control, but they often bury you under a mountain of tedious clicks just to achieve one result. Vizard cleverly positions itself right in the sweet spot, delivering smart hook-first clips rapidly, while still granting you the power to fine-tune everything. This means you achieve a much better average quality across your output without ever having to constantly babysit every single cut being made. Now, the next crucial step is to listen through every single clip that the AI has suggested for your review. Simply hit play or tap your spacebar to hear precisely how that initial hook lands on the listener. You are not searching for absolute perfection in every single line of dialogue, but rather filtering for strong hooks and topics your specific audience truly cares about. If you determine that a clip's hook feels weak or the content wanders off topic, do not hesitate to skip that particular selection entirely. If the clip lands strongly, immediately duplicate that selection over into its own brand new composition so you can polish it independently. My personal habit is to go through all the AI options and only keep the 4 to 6 best suggestions that pass the initial quality check. Once you have successfully duplicated a clip into its own isolated composition, perform a quick, thorough cleanup pass. Occasionally, the AI might mistakenly grab a trailing sentence that doesn't quite fit the narrative flow. Highlight that unnecessary chunk and delete it immediately. You should also manually trim the start and end points of the clip if needed to ensure it hits the audience with maximum impact right away. If your clip runs 33 seconds, but you need a punchier 18-second version specifically for shorts, you must tighten the phrasing considerably. Remember to actively remove any unnecessary filler words or redundant pauses that slow down the overall energy of the segment. Next up, you need to switch your aspect ratio to the portrait orientation that nearly all short-form platforms demand, which is 9:16. Within Vizard, there is a simple toggle that lets you switch fluidly between landscape and that crucial portrait sizing. Once set to portrait, pay close attention to repositioning the main speaker's subject perfectly within the new vertical frame. You can freely drag the video content up, down, left, or right, and you can also scale it slightly to achieve a closer crop around the face. Pro tip, doubling down and using a slightly tighter crop often leads to noticeably better performance metrics with mobile viewers in particular. When it comes to short-form video, high-quality captions are absolutely non-negotiable for audience retention, especially when viewers are watching on mute. Fortunately, Vizard automatically generates these captions directly from your already existing transcript, offering you immense customization. Take the time to select a caption style that perfectly aligns with your established brand identity, tweaking font, size, and color schemes. Don't forget to adjust the background stroke and, crucially, the active word highlighting color to make scanning easy. Make sure you consciously move the final caption block away from the speaker's neck area so you aren't obscuring their face or throat. Always prioritize readability by keeping the text clean. Fewer words per line is perfectly acceptable, even preferable sometimes. Crucially, enable that active word highlighting feature so that viewers who are merely scanning without sound can still follow the entire sentence flow. Small intentional motion edits truly make a massive difference in elevating the overall engagement level of your final clip. You can introduce a subtle zoom-in effect on a truly key line or add a quick, energetic cut to amplify the moment's importance. To implement this, you simply split the clip exactly where you want the motion to begin. Then scale that specific section up to about 110 or 120%. Try hard to match these zooms and strategic cuts to the natural cadence of your speech, not just arbitrary punctuation marks. If your voiceover becomes suddenly more urgent or passionate, a slight push-in can dramatically amplify that exact feeling for the viewer. Adding in relevant B-roll footage is the secret sauce that makes your short clips feel much more cinematic and visually rich. B-roll effectively breaks up the monotony of seeing only one talking head and powerfully reinforces the point you are currently making visually. Vizard conveniently includes a built-in stock video library, allowing you to search terms and drop footage directly onto your timeline. Did you mention a line about audience engagement or perhaps needing more comments in your talk? You can simply search for terms like chat, social interaction, or thumbs up, and instantly add a clip of people typing or reacting. When you successfully insert B-roll, Vizard intelligently creates a new chapter marker, ensuring your timing stays perfectly in sync with the narration. If your newly added B-roll happens to overlap visually with your existing captions, you just adjust the layer order so the text always remains proudly on top. The most effective B-roll strategy is keeping it concise. Use it only to illustrate your key phrase for about 3 to 6 seconds. Then jump right back to the speaker. Now let's address audio, because honestly, high-quality audio accounts for at least half of the overall success of your final video. Vizard comes equipped with a powerful feature called Studio Sound, which is designed specifically to reduce unwanted room noise and dramatically clarify your voice. Run the Studio Sound feature on your clip, but then immediately dial the intensity down a notch if it starts sounding overly processed or artificial. Most creators find that a setting between 70 and 85% offers the perfect sweet spot. Clear, but still retaining a completely natural vocal quality. If you happen to record in truly poor acoustic conditions, this audio feature alone can be an absolute game changer for your project. It is also vital that you normalize the audio levels across all your different clips to prevent jarring volume shifts between segments. This ensures a seamless viewing experience when an audience member decides to watch multiple pieces back to back. When you are ready to move to the final stage, the export options are designed to be incredibly straightforward and user-friendly. You need to select your desired resolution. Remember that 720p is often perfectly sufficient for most standard short-form content. However, choose 1080p if you are targeting the absolute highest quality for platforms that support it or for archival purposes. After selecting the format, click Export and take advantage of Vizard's ability to tag your final assets immediately. Saving these clips in an organized folder structure is super handy, especially when you are batch producing a large volume from one source file. Use a consistent naming convention like Webinar Martar Toas Clip 3 Short to keep everything reliably searchable across your entire library. Where Vizard truly excels for creators looking to seriously scale their output is in the fantastic auto-schedule and integrated content calendar features. Instead of manually logging into every single platform to upload each new clip, activate the auto-schedule function. You simply tell it your desired posting frequency, like 3 clips every week, and select the target platforms you want to hit. The system will then automatically queue and publish those pieces for you, freeing up your creative energy for new ideas. The content calendar then provides you with a single-page overview of every single post that is currently scheduled for the future. This calendar even allows you to easily drag clips to reschedule them or swap them out entirely if your strategy shifts slightly. This is a monumental benefit for anyone striving for truly consistent output without having to constantly check in on every platform's dashboard. Be aware that some competing tools force you into an entirely manual export and post routine, or they charge a significant premium just for scheduling access. With Vizard, the scheduling capability is natively integrated right into the overall production workflow, which is a huge advantage. Now, a frequent question we hear is specifically about repurposing podcast audio-only content from those live or recorded sessions. If that is your goal, you can easily export the final clip's clean audio track and drop that MP3 file into any standard hosting platform you prefer. Many creators utilize services like Buzzsprout or similar specialized platforms for their standard audio distribution needs. However, Vizard also allows you to download those clean MP3s directly, giving you the flexibility to upload precisely where you host your podcast content. For the final polished touch, consider adding a branded thumbnail frame or a very short introductory branding card if that aligns with your goals. You should also include a brief call to action right at the very end to guide your audience on the next logical step. Crucially, don't make this a hard, aggressive sales pitch. Something more natural like, "If you want weekly clips from this series, follow for more" reads much better. When discussing alternative tools, maintain realism by noting that some are fast but messy, while others are powerful but quite expensive. Vizard ultimately strikes that perfect equilibrium between speed, inherent quality, and integrated scheduling, minimizing the overall time sink. For example, services similar to Opus might generate a huge volume instantly, but frequently miss capturing those genuinely best opening hooks. Contrast that with manual-first editors which grant you total control but force you to waste valuable time on repetitive, low-leverage production tasks. Vizard's true productivity multiplier lies in its ability to find those viral-worthy moments and get them polished and scheduled without a massive time commitment. Once the clips are exported and placed into the scheduling queue, the final step is rigorously monitoring their performance metrics. The absolute best advantage of creating multiple clips from one source is the immediate feedback loop you gain on which hooks resonate and which ones unfortunately fall flat. You can then consciously feed those learnings back into your preparation for the next long recording session to optimize future output. Over a short period, this disciplined approach allows you to build an ever-growing content bank that can be systematically repurposed everywhere. Let's run through a quick, essential recap checklist to solidify this entire powerful process in your mind. First, you upload your long video and simply let Vizard take care of the initial time-consuming transcription for you. Next, leverage the Auto-Edit Viral Clips feature to get your smart hook-first suggestions, making sure to adjust the desired clip count and length beforehand. Review all the AI options thoroughly, and only duplicate the absolute best segments into their own new, separate compositions for dedicated work. Then, you must trim any filler content, set the final required portrait sizing, and carefully position the frame to best suit mobile viewers. Immediately add those clean, readable captions, ensuring you enable the active word highlighting to aid those watching without volume. Introduce subtle but effective motion edits, like slight zooms or well-timed cuts, ensuring they always match the natural cadence of your spoken words. Where appropriate, drop in relevant B-roll footage sourced directly from Vizard's internal library to visually underscore your main message points. Make sure you run the studio sound feature to clean up noise, and then dial the intensity back to keep the resulting voice sounding genuinely natural. Export your polished clips, selecting either 720p or 1080p, and then make sure you tag and save all the resulting assets into a clean folder structure. Finally, utilize the powerful auto-schedule function and the content calendar to manage consistent publishing across all your chosen platforms automatically. If you commit to diligently following this complete workflow, you can transform one single long video into a full week or two's worth of social-ready posts in just one afternoon. The true key to success here is aggressively focusing on the strongest hooks, keeping every single edit incredibly tight, and automating the distribution via scheduling. I strongly encourage you to batch process a few of your longest recordings at once, because the return on investment from this effort is undeniably real. If you are currently testing other tools for comparison, look closely at the usable clips you get per hour of actual work spent, which is a real productivity metric. Also, evaluate how genuinely natural the AI-generated hooks sound, and whether scheduling is seamlessly built in or frustratingly absent. Those specific factors are the elements that truly multiply your overall production efficiency in the long run. Now go make that content. Start by taking just one long recording, running it through Vizard's auto-edit function immediately. Select your personal favorites from the results, give them a quick polish pass, and then let the content calendar take over the publishing duties while you start on the next idea. If you'd like, I can personally help you right now to craft a specific set of optimized prompts to feed Vizard for consistently better hook results. Alternatively, I can guide you on establishing a robust, consistent naming system to keep all of your final exported media perfectly tidy. Tell me which area you'd like assistance with first: optimizing prompts for better clips, or building that impeccable export naming structure.